Hey guys, this is a sneak peek look of the palette that we are giving away in actually a few days. I wanted to show you a few looks that you can do with it, so this is one of them, and it's a little bit dramatic, obviously. This palette is amazing. It has tons of bright colors, and it is called the I Divine Sunset palette. Every one of the colors in it is shimmery, except for the matte black. This is what it looks like. It's beautiful. You cannot see all the shimmers, I suppose. That is horrible. But there's shimmers nonetheless, except for this black one right here. That's the only one that's not shimmery. So for this look, I actually used the really, really bright cranberry one right here, the orange one right over here, and the yellow one right next to it, and then also the blue on the very, very end. So all those colors created this look, except for my highlight, because there's obviously nothing in here that I needed to put on my brow. It would have been a little crazy. So, again, sneak peek. Hope you like these. Oh my gosh, I wish they would show up the way that they look in real life. And it takes barely anything. The pigment is just, it's so beautiful. So, that's what you'll be getting. This one is obviously my palette. You get a brand new one. You don't have to worry about that. Also, I wouldn't give mine away because I need it. Anyways, I also, for this tutorial, used as much stuff as I could for this month of my beauty boxes. So, obviously that one's going to go out first, but if you watch the reviews on the beauty boxes that I got for this month, I used most of the products that I could possibly use in this tutorial. That way you guys can kind of see, how those things worked and, if they went on smoothly or whatever. Anyway, so that'll be a review. It's going to come out first, so you don't really care. Yeah, and as always, guys, put your best face forward and good luck in the contest. Okay, I'm starting this look out with a primer, and I'm just doing it through the central part of my face. That's really the only place I need it. I don't need it on the outside of my cheeks or anything like that. Just mostly on my chin, anywhere I may have any wrinkles. And I want makeup to go on a little more smoothly. Any enlarged pores, anything like that. This is going to help fill in those areas so that your foundation goes on a lot smoother. You can also omit this step. If you don't like primers or don't have one, you do not need one. You can just apply your foundation like you would. Now I'm applying a tinted moisturizer. And I'm using my hands for most of this just because I want it to have like a more skin finish. And this is really going to help everything just work into the skin. And when I do my fingers, I take a little bit longer because I don't want any lines or anything like that. You don't want to see any streaks or any just randomness in your foundation. It should just be very smooth. You'll also notice I'm going to take this down my neck and then also onto my ears a little bit. You don't want those colors to stop suddenly. You want everything to blend together. You don't want it to look like you have all that makeup on. Also, if you have sensitive eyes, I don't recommend going as close to your eyes if you're using a tinted moisturizer because there is the sunscreen in them. Now I'm applying just an eye primer to prevent creasing. This eye primer isn't really to hold pigment, it's mostly just to prevent your eyeshadows creasing later on. Now I'm filling in my brows. You can skip this step if your eyebrows are perfect, or some semblance of perfection. Mine are very far from that. And for this look, I'm going to be using a smaller rounded crease brush for most of this. It's just a regular eyeshadow brush, but it's so small so I can get a lot of the colors on here, and I'm using this for most of the colors. So the first color I'm using is the bright orange color. And that's going to go in the center part of my eyelid. You'll see I'm leaving a little space open in the beginning, inner corner, and also a little bit in the outer. And I'm doing small patting motions instead of just rubbing back and forth. You can do that to blend out the edges, but in the beginning, to get a higher color concentration, you're going to want to just press the color on. And using that same brush, I'm applying the yellow, and that's going in the inner corner of my eye and then also a little bit underneath the eye. And I'm sweeping it slightly over the orange so that the two colors blend together. Now I'm taking the cranberry color, and that's just going in my crease. And I'm blending all three of those colors together where they meet. And this is a clean blending brush. I'm just blending out the top edge so it's not all jagged and messy up there. And I keep a little tissue on my desk so that I can clean off that brush before I switch every color. So I've obviously cleaned it off before I dipped it in the blue, and now I'm doing the outer corner of my eye with the blue. This one's going to be the hardest color to blend just because it's so much farther out of range than the other colors were. So it's going to take a little bit longer to get this one to make a smooth transition. If you want to, you can skip the blue and just keep it with the other colors, but of course you're going to want to drag the other colors out to the farther corner of your eye. And this is just an angle brush. I needed a smaller one to do the blue underneath on the outer corner. And this blue is going to come up and meet the yellow, but you don't really want to blend them too much because they'll make green, and green isn't really a color in this eye look. Now I'm taking a matte nude color and I'm putting that on my brow bone. Just because since all my eyes shimmer, I didn't need shimmer also on the brow bone. This is a liquid liner. I'm making the line smaller in the inside corner, and then it's going to flare out to make a pretty large wing on the outer corner. And as you can see, I give myself time to blink. If you mess up a lot because you blink your eyes during it and it makes a huge line, make smaller strokes and let yourself blink. That way you're prepared for it. And I like a pretty sharp point, so I'm kind of building the edges all around, and then I'll do the very end point last. That way I can make it as sharp as possible. Just applying a quick coat of mascara, nothing too big, because I am doing false lashes. If you are uncomfortable with false lashes, skip the lashes. It's okay. Now I'm measuring the lashes, and you should do this with any lashes that you want to use, just to make sure that they fit your eye, because generally they make them a little bit long. And then as a general rule of thumb, you want to cut the longer side of the lashes, so basically the outer corner of the lashes, so that it fits your eye. apply a thin line of glue just along the lash band. And now you have to wait. It's approximately 30 seconds, so the glue's tacky. If it's too wet when you put it on, it's just going to slide around and you're going to get frustrated. It's so much easier when you let the glue get tacky before you apply it. Now there's lots of ways you can do this. You can start on the outside edge, or the inside, or start in the middle and then drag the lashes wherever you like. It's whatever you're comfortable with. Now I'm applying a bright yellow liner to my waterline. Again, you don't have to do this, or you can use black or brown or white even. Any color you like. I just thought the yellow went well with the other colors. I'm just applying some blush to the tops of my cheekbones and a little bit on the apples. I didn't do a lot of contouring or highlighting because my eyes are so bright, but I did want to get a little color on my cheeks. And now I'm just setting everything. You may notice I didn't add the second coat of mascara. I generally do that when I have lashes on, but these ones were so thick that there was no need to put an extra coat of mascara on. And now I'm just using a gloss. Just again, my eyes are so done up that I didn't need anything too extravagant on my lips. And that's the finished look. You guys will see a couple more before the giveaway, I believe.